on my way to work. I really wanted to like talk to some of the Ren fans after my last reaction because like, all right, I'm so lost. Like, there was so much to be dissected from that song. It's crazy. It was like, all right, listen to this. So all my Ren fans are coming and commenting about the whole thing about the metal kiss, the kiss of metal steel. Or no, yeah, the kiss of metal steel, the teeth and kiss of metal. Yo, that bar by Ren was so crazy. Shout out to Ren for that bar because oh my god, it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts, and it really was a crazy bar. And the crazy thing is, when you think about it, like if you ever watch, like when I was in school, we used to watch videos of the Holocaust, and they. You know, we wouldn't see them getting sprayed up, but if they put the people in Germany, the Jews at the time, they put them in a gas chamber, they would spray them up, right? And they would be put in these like cages that was just like all straight up steel. That's why I was so thrown off at first, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, damn, it's just like Ren, when Ren was going through all this hell and he found the doctor at the time. Like, it didn't get 100% better, because if you watch chapters, you know, he still has to go get these treatments. He still has to go get this stem cell stuff, but it holds it off. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if somebody was going and getting sprayed up with gas, they're gonna be all hot and everything and burnt, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna burn, right? But the minute they laid on that cold steel, it was like, you know, it went away. Like, not that it went away, but it was so relieving at the time. It was like a temporary relief. But obviously we knew they were going to get sprayed again, because these poor people went through massive torture. It was crazy. So that's why I originally took it like that. But now that I think about it, I think it also means that. But I still think, like everybody was saying, the kiss of cold steel is a metaphor. And I didn't know Ren was self-harming outside of stabbing himself, like when he did it with the glass. That was the only thing I saw in chapters. He didn't really touch on it. And when you were listening to the song, he was talking about his struggle. He was talking about everything that he went through. And he was talking about that point where he stabbed himself in the chest. He didn't touch at all about the wrist slicing. I had no idea he slit his wrist. This poor guy, bro. But I had no idea. And all I knew is that one time where he stabbed himself with the glass. When he stabbed himself with the glass, it was like it was like right in his chest. So when he brought that up, that's why I didn't, the kiss of cold steel didn't resonate with me at all for that part. Now that people have told me that, it makes a lot more sense now. Now that I know that he was slicing his wrist. And like, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then I wanted to talk about the bitter part, or the bitten part, sorry. When I was listening to the song, for whatever reason, my headphones, and I don't know if I misunderstood what he was saying, but it really sounded like he said bitter. And but either way, if he said bitter or bitten, the word bit is in there. So I was already comprehending bit. No, I'm telling no, I'm just describing my thought process at the time. Like, when I was seeing what people were saying, like, I'm not venting. I was just describing what I'm going through. Like with the video and the comments from Ren Troubles. But, like, anyway, so bitten, bitter, when I was looking at that, it sounded like he said bitter, and I was just like, you know, but either way, the word bit is in it. And then furtherly into that scheme, he was talking about the struggle that he was going through. He was talking about, you know, after I did get bit, like, I did start, like, he couldn't think straight. His brain was in the lion's den. So because his brain was in the lion's den, he's literally just kind of, you know, he couldn't think straight. So when you can't think straight, confused. And I just, like, Ren is so controversial, it's crazy. This is why I really love reacting to him, because he really does open the gates for everybody to sit here and start talking and be like, well, damn, what did he say? What was he actually meaning? Like, this, man, I'm just so shocked. Like, literally, I posted that video, and then I was like, right away, I was like, oh, man, it really made me think, the comments. I'm like, man, but I really love y'all. I love y'all because y'all are so honest with me, and it really makes me think. And then I'm thinking about the stuff that I'm coming up with, because I'm like, could that be that too? But even if it was, I think it was Bitten now that I had to go back and listen to it, but that end consonants from the recording was just so minuscule to where I couldn't process it. So I had to go by YouTube's captions to just be like, oh, that makes a lot of sense now. Bitten, but I knew bit because bitter, bitten, bit, you know, bit is in both of them. And he did get bitter after he even said it in chapters. He was like, you know, I was so bitter for so long, because I was suffering and nobody could figure out what was going on with me. I started losing my faith in God, and I love how at the end he talks about that. He talks about hope, like in the comments. So I just wanted to let y'all know that, like, I'm seeing the comments, and I appreciate you guys coming in and giving me something to think about. This is a very, very good song, and it was a perfect after song to chapters. I just would have never thought, like, man, this was such a perfect after song to chapters. It really was, like, because he really goes into things. And I guess because you guys said, like, yeah, watch this is like the perfect song after chapters, and I did. I'm sitting here and associating practically everything he was saying with chapters. So, like, when he's talking about stabbing himself, I'm thinking about that one time he's stabbing himself. I'm not really thinking about, this guy also used to slice his wrist, because I didn't know that. I had no idea. And, it's so funny. I'm on a live with you guys while I'm going to work, because this video was that entertaining, and your comments just made it even more entertaining. But, yo, it's crazy. Anyways, man, I hope y'all have a good night. I hope y'all stay blessed. Well, I guess good morning for a lot of people over in UK. But I hope y'all have a good night. I hope y'all stay blessed. Keep your hopes high and all that stuff, because, like Ren said, life is short. Enjoy it every second. But, yo, Gini Gang, we out, and I'll see you on the next reactions.